टोरंटो च मेयर जॉन टोरी वालों पत्रकारां नाल गलबात की गई, जिथे उन्हां लोकां नाल शहर की पहली सुलह सफाई कार्ज योजना, कार्यस्थान के आधुनिकीकरण प्रोग्राम ते शहर के 2022 के संचालन बजट बारे चर्चा की गई। मेयर टोरी ने कोविड मामले च वाधे नूं हल करन लई शहर के कदमां ते 2026 फीफा विश्व कप की मेजबानी की भी गलबात की।
It is something that will grow and evolve as needed to make sure that it is, in fact, most important of all, credible and effective through the eyes of the Indigenous communities in the City of Toronto, and is seen as a commitment by and a work plan for the government of the city that came from the Indigenous communities. Today's vote is the continuation of our commitment to reconciliation. It is not the end, and the plan makes it very clear that it cannot be the end. I am committed to being very much a part of continuing to grow confidence in that evolving action plan. We're also committed to maintaining transparency and accountability with Indigenous communities as the actions in this plan are implemented. I look forward to walking this path of reconciliation together with the efforts to make Toronto a city where Indigenous peoples and cultures and expertise and ways of being can be properly and completely respected. This is a living document from day one. I have learned in my discussions with the Indigenous communities what they do not want and they should not have from us. It is a document developed inside the City Hall and presented to them. And so it is going to be a living document. It represents an effort that has been undertaken with their engagement, but that we know going forward that this is going to have to be refined and changed as we bring about genuine reconciliation. I want the Indigenous communities to own this action plan as their own. I have committed to them that nothing about us without us, which are words that have found their way into this discussion as it has gone along about reconciliation, that nothing about us without us will be words that we will honor as a city and as a city government and myself as mayor. As it continues to evolve over time, this plan will guide the Toronto Public Service over the next 10 years, from 2022 to 2032, to advance truth and justice and reconciliation in Toronto as relates to our Indigenous communities. I want Toronto to be in a position of national leadership when it comes to a reconciliation, both because we do have a large Indigenous population and there is a need for us to have our own action plan, but also because it is the right thing to do. On the occasion of her first official visit to Toronto last week, Governor-General Mary Simon stressed to me the important role that Toronto and its mayor can play in achieving national reconciliation. And I intend to take her words to heart because I believe that leadership opportunity is something that we should take up. It's that same responsibility Toronto has that has caused, under my leadership, to see the creation of Toronto's first ever Indigenous Affairs Office led by Selina Young. That was an important step forward as well, and it was a statement in and of itself that truth and reconciliation were going to be treated as a government-wide priority here at City Hall. And we've made significant progress in recent years, and I should acknowledge the efforts made by Councillor Mike Layton in that regard, but I think we all know that there is much more that we must do and much more that we can do as a city government. We have to protect the progress that we've made and build on that as part of building a stronger, fairer, and more respectful city. I do want to reiterate that the Reconciliation Action Plan is a living document, and while it will be passed, I hope, by the City Council